Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and for this video I will be sharing my ectopic pregnancy and my pelvic laparoscopy procedure. Pelvic laparoscopy procedure. So I haven't been making videos for a month already, and I'm just resting for that whole time. So around 3 weeks ago, I had a procedure called pelvic laparoscopy. I will never get this right. Pelvic laparoscopy because of an ectopic pregnancy. On my previous video, which I will link down below, is where I found out I had a miscarriage. So the 1st of February, we found out I was pregnant. And then after 5 days, I had a miscarriage. I was bleeding so much. That is what I thought of. Yeah, and then I was bleeding from that moment on in like 2 weeks. On and off, pain and bleeding. It's either bleeding so hard and then it'll stop and then it'll bleed again. And it comes with pain. So after 2 weeks of enduring that, I kind of realized that, hey, I need to go to emergency right now. But on those 2 weeks, I was in touch with my doctor, and she was also asking me to do blood work every 3 days and ultrasound, which they didn't found anything. But the blood work says that my HCG level is increasing. So that means I am still pregnant. And I'm like, how come there's nothing on the ultrasound? So we went to emergency. They found out I had an ectopic pregnancy. And from that day itself, they decided that I need to go to a surgery to take my left tube out, because that is where the ectopic pregnancy is located. And everything was already being prepared for that procedure. And this is my first time I am undergoing into a surgery. So I had a feeling that if I go in that anesthesia, I will never gonna wake up. That is my fear. So let me know, what are your fears when you're undergoing this kind of surgeries? They told me it's gonna be a quick 1 hour or an hour and a half surgery. And when I woke up, Nhel told me he was actually waiting for me for 2 hours in the recovery area. So I woke up and all I was thinking was, what happened? And I was like checking, and there is really not much pain when you woke up because you still have that anesthesia in your body. So when you woke up, it's really nothing. And then they check you every few minutes for your pain, and once the pain starts gradually creeping in, that's the time they gave me the pain medication. So undergoing this pain medication, I just felt a little dizzy, nauseous, and then I'm kind of falling asleep. And then that's kind of me for the whole time until around probably after a few hours, I need to go pee. Like, really bad. This is me with IV. I have to go pee, but I was like trying not to, because if I stood up, it's painful. I cannot really, it's really hard for me to stand up. So although Nhel is beside me, the only thing is I know he's overtired. He's seriously overtired, and so I just want him to rest. So I just keep bugging the nurse to get up and help me go to the washroom. They were so helpful. Thank you. I was admitted to Rockyview Hospital, and everybody was really nice to me, especially the nurses there. I forgot their name, but they were the ones who gave Nhel a little sofa bed. They're very nice. So thank you so much. We really appreciated it. Yeah, after that, I got discharged in the hospital in the afternoon the next day. So my sister picked me up, and it was like so hard to get into the car because we have to kind of maneuver, and of course all your strength is in your abdomen. As I arrived home, I actually switched sides with Nhel in our bed because he sleeps on the right side, I sleep on the left side, but my pain is on the left side. I have to tilt myself on the right side more to be able to get up. They prescribed me with codeine, but I really don't want to take the codeine because it was so strong for me. So the nurse actually told me I can take Tylenol 600 milligrams and Advil alternating every 3 hours, which is helpful. Thank you. For food, I cannot take solid foods for a few hours after the operation. I think after 3 hours, I think I can eat a little bit solid food. So the next day, breakfast, I had solid food. And then 4 days post-op, I was starting to get, I think, flu-ish, feverish feeling that I was coughing and sneezing, and it was so bad. When you cough, that abdominal muscle contracts, I think, or stretch, I am not sure, but it was so painful. They told me I should have put a pillow on top of it, but I didn't know that. Nobody told me about that. So I was just coughing and sneezing, and it was really painful. So I think 3 days it was just increasing pain, increasing pain. So I was so worried that we went to emergency after a couple of days after that sneezing and coughing incident, and then had me on another ultrasound and check my blood work if there is internal bleeding inside or if something, my operation got ripped. The emergency doctor told me there is a fluid buildup on the area where they did the surgery, which is not significant. So he said it's kind of normal and it's not significant enough to have another operation. And my blood work says I don't have any infection, which is good. So I think I was really panicking because on that few days I was like, my hands were on and off shaking, tingling. I probably am having a panic attack about it. So my advice for those people who are on this stage of recovery to just hold on when they're coughing and sneezing, because you don't want to rip that area. And then also when you're coughing, I bought like cough medication just so I don't really try to cough. I tried this maneuver where I kind of try to like cough a little bit out, and also when I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, I just really hold and pinch on my nose because it's really painful when you had this surgery and then you're sneezing. When I stand up, I usually tilt on my side, and then what I do is I push myself. The force is always gonna be on my arms and my hands. Don't put force on your abdominal area just because it's painful. So that's how I kind of maneuver myself out of the bed. So my husband was so nice and so sweet. He made sure there is food and snacks for me prepared in the morning before he leaves to work. And so whenever I am hungry or I want to eat, I'll just grab that or I'll just heat it up in a microwave, which is very helpful, and everything is already prepared. That's it for my experience with the pelvic laparoscopy and ectopic pregnancy. It wasn't a fun experience, but I hope this video would help somebody who's undergoing into this kind of procedure. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on my next video. Bye-bye.